So after a long and tough and bloody War of Independence, General George Washington decided to have a victory parade on the 4th of July, 1783 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He invited someone to march alongside him in that parade. That someone was General Bernardo de Galvez, Spanish general and governor of Cuba and the Louisiana Territory, which comprised what is now 13 U.S. states. He invited General Galvez because he knew that without his support and the support of Spanish troops, General Washington likely would not have won the Revolutionary War. It's okay if you didn't know that fact, because there are a lot of facts missing from our history books, a lot of stories missing from our national museums. For example, it was 525 years ago that Spain first arrived on the shores of what is now U.S. territory in Puerto Rico in 1493. It wasn't until 114 years later that the British first arrived in Jamestown, Virginia, to establish the first permanent British settlement. In fact, the first permanent European settlement was way back in 1565 in St. Augustine, Florida. A lot of these facts are missing from our history books, just like there are a lot of stories missing from our national museums. That's why I'm proud to be the chairman of the effort to create an American Latino museum within the Smithsonian Institution. From back then to today, we've seen 60 Hispanic Medal of Honor recipients. The Hispanic population has grown to 60 million people, 18% of the population, 16% of the population right here in Fairfax, and have reached $2 trillion in purchasing power. In fact, the U.S. Census tells us that by the year 2060, Latinos will make up 30% of the population. So if we hope to remain a thriving and vibrant and strong nation, that segment of the population needs to feel acknowledged, engaged, and invested in our future. Because for over 500 years, we've been relying on Latinos to fight our wars and to run our businesses, to tend our fields and to mend our wounds, to teach our kids, patrol our streets, write our laws, and share the Word of God. That's why it's vital for us to make sure that we illuminate the American story for the benefit of everyone, and make sure that we can create an American Latino museum within the Smithsonian Institution.